Good morning. It's Morning Star. There's some things to be said today. So I'm out in the Gulf having a boat day. Breathe. Archangels of love and light, He's willing to cleanse us of our arc field. Breathe. Tapping into God's first energy in the great I am. Diving deep into Middle Mother Guy Earth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back up into the great I am. Okay, so I will talk personally about myself. So there's been a lot of disruption as far as mental acuity, mental steadfastness. When as our higher selves in the 5D, and of course we have other higher selves, we're going along fine, and then something happens, or you get like attacks against your mind, like just weird stuff coming in. And lots of times I'll be sitting in the restroom going to the bathroom, and all of a sudden I'm like, where the hell did that thought come from? And so, it's like I'd sit there and do the energy, and it's just like, clear this stuff. So I was just talking to grandmother. Thank you. She's here. And archangels, thank you. Michael, Uriel, Ezekiel, and Galactica is with us today. I tried to go live, but it wouldn't let me, so I'm doing a recording and I'll post it later. So there's something to be said about that. When you are given a promise by Spirit, when you are given this dream of where they're taking you, right? But yet, on some days, it's like, yeah, go for it. Yes, let's do it. Yes. And then, then it kind of like, things kind of dissipate, and all of a sudden you kind of feel your energy dropping, and you're like, what the hell is going on? And then the next thing you know, if you sit with it and you tap into it, and it's kind of like, and so this week, I've been dealing with cutting ancestor lines, ancestor trauma lines, right? A lot of my relationships over the years came together as trauma bonding, and I don't want that kind of relationship anymore. I want together, and then, right, I can't use both hands, but that you come together. So it seems like 1 minute you're like flying high, and the next minute it's just like, what the hell happened? Where are you guys? Why is this happening? Or, it's like you're cycling through, and it's like the most important thing to remember when you are going through those cycles. Okay, you're always here. You're always in sunshine, bright. It's glorious. It's glorious. Your life here, your soul's purpose has already been laid out before you. Now, what happens? Our ego has to die. Our flesh, ego flesh, it has to die, right? Right? And then the last time I went live, I was talking about give yourself a burial, an official, buy your flowers, light a candle, right? Goodbye. Thank you so much for the lessons learned. Thank you. I honor you, but now I release you and set you free. You write it down on a notebook, piece of paper, tear it up, bury it, or burn it. I burn it. So anyway, but then sometimes as Spirit's leading and guiding, and then all of a sudden you're here, and all of a sudden it's just like, woo, something deep down here, right? Deep in your, and it's kind of like, oh my God, do I have to release more child trauma, more, it's like, no, in the cry of my heart and the cry of my spirit is to stay steady and consistent. And I want to stay steady and consistent up here. And that's where they want you. They want you. But yet, we chose to come down here and experience the full strata of humanity, right? Our hearts are going to get broken, abandoned, you might have been abused, or you grew up in a Brady Bunch family and everything is great and fine, wonderful, awesome. But then there's the day that they say, okay, and you look. So I was looking, and like even last night, I was sitting on the toilet and I'm like, why is this happening? Why can I not get on the other side of it, doing all of this spiritual stuff in there in the bathroom, sitting on the toilet, right? Natural human function. And I'm like, why can I not get to this? The bottom thing that is causing this grief, causing this instant, almost into wanting to get into a panic mode, into a anxiety, and I can't breathe. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? So sitting there, and I tapped into the energy, and I saw a soldier in full metal, the metal hood, and full I don't have the right words right now, but he is decked out in full like 1870s warriors, right? They're in full metal, anyway. So but I looked in his eyes. He busted through my front doors in spirit with a sword, coming at me, coming against my life, coming at me, front doors of my home. And I was like, and I knew that he was something that was in my family lineage, my family line. And it was like, I'm not sure what's playing on here. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Oh, it's a child praying, and that's so sweet. So anyway, So anyway, so I was like, why is this happening? Why is this entity in a full battle with a sword and red and yellow fire in his eyes, not from God, not from spirit, able to just kind of bust through my front doors? And so that also represents you're in peace, and then all of a sudden something gets blasted, a negative thought, a thought about an ex, or this, or something that somebody did wrong to you, and it's just like garbage. It's just like, and you're kind of like, what the F? I've dealt with this shit. What is going on? Breathe. So when I looked and I stared at him and I saw it, he only came in about probably 5 feet. And so I cast him out. I took authority in the name of Jesus, and I cast that entity out of my house. And then I looked again, and I saw a little field mouse. A little field mouse. So I was like, so even though the imagery of this attack that was coming in, this battle worn warrior out on the, a knight, that's what he was a knight, and came charging in, right, just blasting in, just like thoughts come charging in and blasting into our mind, right, and we're like, where the hell did that thought come from? So anyway, then the field mouse was showing to me, and it was like, its power and its energy through the ancestral line to my line now has been shrinking to a size of a field mouse. Think about that. So it was all show. It was all theatrics. Something from the dark side of like, alas, because it's like things for my life. There's about to be some really great things that are happening, falling into place for my betterment, my family's betterment, and lifting us up to a higher level. Lifting us up to the higher level. That's what I always pray. Up. I want blessings. I want legacy blessings to the 18th generation in my bloodline, my family bloodline. Breathe. 18 generation legacy funds. Okay? It's starting to happen. It's coming in. Attorneys are talking. Trustee, blah, 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 blah. Dealing with that stuff, right? So this week, next week, could be another month, but they are going to happen. So this entity came crashing, like busted the 2 front doors. I got 2 front tall 10-foot antique doors, and he just came right in with sword and charging. And I just sit with that for a minute, because it is really like you're having a great day. It's a sunny, beautiful day. And then all of a sudden, those thoughts come in, and it's like, where the hell is that coming from? It's like, well, as Spirit leads and guides and directs you, take a look. So in this case, it was a family curse, family DNA, family cyclical entity that was moving through generation, and now here comes the power. I'm feeling it in my lower back. Generation and generation until it came to me. And then I was the one that my ancestors prayed for. I was the one that the higher council said, you're going to break this. You're going to stop this from happening now. This is my authority. This is the authority that they gave me to stand in my authority and say, this stuff stops now. In the mighty name of Yahshua, in the mighty name of Jesus, I stand. I make a declaration. It stops now. There's a lot of energy pouring in right now. I am surrounded by a beautiful Gulf of Mexico. And there's a lot of energy pouring in. So I'm supposed to stay with it just a minute more. Breathe. If you can feel this energy coming in, just breathe. Yep, I'm feeling it all the way down. It's going down the backside of my legs, my thighs, my loins, my legs, grounding it. Ooh, yep. Into the ocean, going past, down, deep in the middle, Mother Gaia Earth. We have authority to break these things. And these things that are these huge monsters that come at us, lots of times, it's just a field mouse. Disguised as a knight that's busting in and gonna no, it's just a field mouse. It's also very important to be a part of a community. I have 2 designated people right now that are praying for me on a daily basis, because even when we as light workers go live, there are dark ones out there that don't like to see us in our light. So guess what they do? But guess what? Something happened. And I was told that someone out here is doing black magic against me. I see you, and it stopped. They said, don't worry about it. I'm protected. You're fucking wasting your time. Okay? We are the light. I am the light. I'm part of this community of light workers to bring down the signal from the high command, the signal from the tribal council, the signal from the elders, the archangels. Nothing can stop this journey that we are on. Nothing. And it starts with the minute something comes in, you stop it, look at it, you can step back and you're like, wait, is this something I need to look at? Is it just a block? And then it's like enact the protocols. Starseed activation. There is something very, very powerful of saying prime source code DNA activate reboot. Sometimes you need to dance it off. Sometimes you need to shake it off. Sometimes you need to just dance. Dance. Change up the energy. Go take a walk. Change it up. Go hug a tree. Go lay out in the sun. And if it's cold and snowy at your house right now, if the sun's out, just bundle up and put that face to the sun and allow that healing rays to just saturate your inner being. And now I'm seeing a flask of the oil of Gilead. Check that out. You can Google it. Oil of Gilead being poured out over the top of my head. Whoa. Flowed straight down. Straight down. That is the essence of life. That's the sweet honey, the essence that feeds our hearts, feeds our spirit. And as we allow that oil to saturate us, right? Saturate us. And I'm getting really... It's beautiful. It's a release of all the good serotonin and dopamine, natural things that happen. Because you know what happens with stress? Stress, right? When we get in stress, our cells that were like this, when we get into stress, it spirals down and starts actually shrinking individual cells. So when you're in levels of high stress, your cells are not being able to operate as they should. But as this oil flows out, as you spend time with Source, as you spend time in nature, guess what? They send the light codes to every cell, microbe of your body. A DNA upgrade. Because you know what, stuff's coming. And we're going to have to be really healthy, fast, quick, and in fun, and in bliss, and everything being fun. I see just a really, this levels happen because they're taking us, they want to take us up so high and high and high and higher and higher and higher. And this is part of the process. It's part of the process. It's going through like that. It's part of the process. Cutting the cords. You got an ex that keeps bothering you, cutting the cords. Do whatever you have to do legally. Block people. Don't give them second chances. Take control of your life. Take control in your authority and block people. And only associate with people that give you life. And I don't care if they are your children. I don't care if they are your family members. Block them. There will always be people coming in and out of your life in different seasons of your life. Okay? That's an ongoing process. Okay, let me see if there's anything else to be said. Nope, I just saw 5 golden stars drop in. Okay, I hope this blesses you. I hope that you are blessed by seeing this beautiful scenery out here with the Gulf. And over here, I don't know if you can see it. I don't think the camera will let me zoom in. There's a lighthouse. Nope, it won't let me zoom in. There's a lighthouse right there. Be the lighthouse. We are the lighthouse. We're the light. Be the light. Be the light. Okay. For whatever reason, I'm supposed to tell somebody to eat more eggs. Eat some more, like, hard-boiled eggs. Just throwing that out there. Okay, Morning Star. One more time around, and so it is. It's funny because grandmother is now doing, like, the olive branch. And I see that, so be blessed, be prosperous, enjoy your life. Yes, does it take discipline, daily meditating, daily things, but that is our life. That's what gives us life. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and thank you for following. All right, Morning Star. Mwah. Peace out.